emotional scale is very clear cut. Well, my mom passed away about a year ago. She was suffering physically very badly. So when she passed, I was really happy for her suffering and for her to be pure positive energy again. And I was very sad at the same time, holding two opposite emotions about the same subject.
We want to explain that to you because you really cannot hold two vibrations at the same time. But we get why you would think that, but you're going to understand this perfectly in the next 3 minutes. Okay. What we were talking about, satisfaction, is the key to this breaking loose within you. So feeling really terrible on this end of the scale and feeling really wonderful on this end of the scale and feeling satisfied right in the center of the scale. We've been saying a big to do about it in the Ask and It Is Given book as we talked about the emotional scale. If you're feeling true despair and you can get mad, you're going to feel relief, and that's better. If you're feeling revenge, it feels so much better than disempowerment, doesn't it? Because you're taking some of your power back. It's not optimum, but it's better than feeling disempowerment. If you can feel anger or blame, that feels better than that disempowerment, doesn't it? As you move your way up this not good feeling end of the emotional scale, from really deep, dark feelings that feel really terrible, which indicate strong resistance, to something really, really wanted, and you get up here to overwhelmment and frustration, still there is resistance that you are overcoming, and that's why you feel relief. But when you get to satisfaction, there's no resistance. From satisfaction onward, it's not relief in the sense that you're releasing resistance. It's just picking up momentum toward where you're going. Did you follow that? And doesn't that make sense to you? So anytime you feel relief, you've let go of some resistance, and that's good. It's a good thing. Every time you feel relief, you're letting go of some resistance. But when you feel that relief, you're not a vibrational match to happy. It is not an emotional contradiction or paradox.
Okay, one more question.
Yeah?
In terms of creating, knowing what you don't want, knowing what you do want, how specific do you have to be as far as knowing? Because a lot of times, for example, so I work in real estate right now, and years ago, my strong desire was to have a time-money balance, which so many people want. I have that now, because I'm here. I have that now. It's something I very much wanted. Real estate was never in my mind, ever, never even considered it. My path led me there very clearly. I'd never thought about it once in my entire life, and that's where I ended up. And I got what I want in terms of that. I feel something else calling me now. I know the elements of it. I know the essence of what I want in the same way. Do I have to know exactly what it is?
Well, here's the thing. So you're really going to like this. All that time that you were creating real estate and didn't know it, and something beyond it and don't know it, and something beyond that and don't know it, and something beyond that and don't know it, all the time that you were living life and experiencing contrast, you were giving birth to all of those things. The specifics of your creation, drum roll please, the specifics of your creating all happen in step one. Step one is contrast helps you to decide what you want. Step two is source provides it. Step three is you become a vibrational match to what's been vibrationally provided, and then it comes from the vortex into your experience through the impulses and hunches and actions that you offer. Did you follow all of that? Now that you've got that basis of understanding, you are so specific in step one. Step three can be really general, because you've already asked for everything that you want, and your inner being has already lined it all up, and all the cooperative components have already been gathered. And you know what's usually keeping you from rendezvousing with the cooperative components that have been gathered?
What is?
You're too specific. You're back in step one. Thanks for playing along. You're too specific. You're back in step one. And what the vibration is made up of, the vibrational components of a question are different than the answer. The vibrational components of a problem are different than the solution. Once you've lived the problem, you've created the solution. But if you keep being specific about poking around on the problem more, then you disallow your impulses and inspiration about the solution.
So I can just be specific enough to know, I want a time-money balance. I don't have to know anything else.
You ask a question. We've got more for you here. You ask the question, how specific do I need to be? Well, we want to say, once you've stepped out of step 1 into step 3, you don't have to be specific at all. You just have to be living happily ever after. You could have your feet dangling in a tub of hot water and everything you want would come joyfully to you. In other words, if you're not doing something that's in the way, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Rest with that for a moment. You did step 1, source did step 2. It's done. You just got to make sure that you don't keep creeping back over into step 1, which is a different vibration than step 3. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. So the rule of thumb is think about it as much as you can, as long as you feel good. That's the way that we would look at it. Do you now understand something that you might not have understood before? And that is, it's not the hard work and the struggle that's making it happen. That's what's slowing it down.